that should be that. Hello, hello. So we got something a little different planned for today here. Just making sure all my settings are correct here and all that. So we got this new game here, Crimson Clover, The World Ignition Edition. It's not a tongue twister at all. This is pretty exciting, I can tell you that already. But this is a shoot 'em up game in which you're trying to shoot down all the enemies and bosses, and you don't get shot. It's easy. It's not even going to be difficult. But I'm doing this to just spice things up, and on top of that, I don't have like a new seed ready for Metroid Prime anyway, so I was like, let's just change things up a bit, especially since I don't know if I'm going to be streaming Friday. I was like, well, let's just do something different here. So while there's some aiming involved, it's not going to be quite what you think it is. There's two difficulty modes. There's Arcade, and then there's Novice. We're going to do Novice, and keep in mind that the word here is Novice. There's two modes you can select in Novice mode. These two you have to be on normal difficulty. We're gonna just do the original mode. This is the standard game as it is. And then you get 3 types of ships unlocked at the beginning, and then you have to work really hard to get the Type Z unlocked. I have beaten this game before with half of the ships. I haven't done it with Type 1 yet, so I'm gonna try to get to Type 1 here. So this is the tutorial mode section here. This tells you what buttons do which, but you can see the gameplay going back. I've got my little mouse here as well. This little joystick and 3 buttons on the lower left side here. This is the actual controller input. I like to have this just for fun, but you'll be able to see in real time, in essence, what's going on as I'm using my controller. There's extra lives and whatnot. Yeah, this is pretty much all a forward firepower ship. I do have these little lock-on lasers that can target enemies behind me. But this gauge here is going to be highly important. This is a big part of the thing here. As I hit and destroy enemies, that gauge fills up. If I use it before it's filled, it'll just do that bomb thing again, where it destroys all bullets and enemies on the screen. But if I get it filled all the way up to where it says break standby, which is what I'm going to be doing a lot, it gives me this little invincibility shield for a couple seconds and increases my firepower a lot. If I get it, there's actually 2 bars, but if I do it again, it gives me another shield and it further increases my damage output. It also gets me a lot of stars that you see these enemies are dropping. That's very useful for A, my score, and B, collecting some more extra lives. But you can see on the top right, there's my high score from my last attempt. You can see as well the number of stars is on the left side that I currently have, and then the next life is how many stars I need. There's a break rate which helps determine what the point value is. Permanent double break mode. Indeed. So the other thing is it did explain it briefly during the tutorial mode section, but the hitbox for my ship is a tiny little light that's glowing basically in the direct center of my ship. Worst under friendly fire. But essentially there's an incredibly small hitbox that can't touch the bullets. That's the main of the game. The rest of the ship, I can safely let the bullets fly over, but just essentially the core of my ship. Like, it's a little bit difficult. I might have to show it again in a tutorial. But it's like pixels big. It might even just be a pixel. It's pretty small. There's not a lot of left and right wiggle room per se, but because the hitbox for when my ship is destroyed is so small, like it's pretty, like, you can get into some pretty crazy situations there. So, you can see there's like a gauge on the left side when I go into break mode. It's measured in percentage, but it's basically like 10 seconds is how long one break goes. And if I go to double break, it does, it adds basically another 10 seconds to that timer. As we get further along into this game here, it'll be, you might hear me and see me counting how long I've been in break mode, because I'm looking at a very small portion of the screen, especially as it gets crazy. I do need to turn on my sound though, because I actually rely quite a bit on audio cues and whatnot. I'm listening for different things to tell me, give me information. Yeah, no, a lot of these, like, Japanese shoot 'em up games are very beautifully, like, artistic. You'll see a lot of patterns with firing shots and whatnot. And there is quite a bit of patterns, especially as you get through bosses and whatnot. But it looks very good. When a creeper's trying to sneak up on you, I guess that's art. It would be considered art, I suppose. This is actually the loudest I've ever turned up the speakers for. I was worried about that during the current frame rate. It's a little bit slower for whatever reason. I might try to just reset it. It's like just barely, like, you can see on the bottom right, it's dips just a little bit too low. I'm gonna try just resetting, I think, because one stage isn't terrible. I guess I can't pause at this moment. There we go. We'll just reset the game, see if that fixes it. It's a little bit finicky when it comes to working on my Windows 8 laptop, which is fine. I do need to reset the position though. That should be hopefully good. Yeah, looks good. World is a quieter place every single year. Ain't that the truth? Yeah, I might have to be happy with the frame rate for whatever reason. Because it should be on the main menu here, should easily be at 60 frames per second, but it is just dipping too low. We'll go with it. I'll go with that. I was hoping that I could just have a quote-unquote official score, not that it's going to break any records. But sometimes closing the game and bringing it back fixes it. But if you were like trying to officially be the best in the world, you have to prove that that the game doesn't slow down to give you an advantage or stuff like that. But it'll be fine. It's weird because I'm running the game in windowed mode, as you can see earlier. That way I could have like a chat window up and all that. But it seems to perform a little bit less in windowed mode. So I'm like, alright then. Like, it'll do. I guess I could talk more about sort of the other nuances of this game. The game, like enemy positions, isn't random. You can memorize like where enemies are going to appear at, what shots they're going to be firing, and all that. So it's like these kind of shoot 'em up games are it's a learning experience. All right, I'm supposed to break here so I can get plenty of stars. Well, I forgot that part. That's what I'm supposed to do. To be fair, I haven't done this in front of a live audience. That guy likes to show up late, but I want his stars. Oh, so the other thing as well, so I have this little lock-on ability, which sends out these little lasers and whatnot. when I'm in lockdown mode, it does slow my movement speed down. That is not that's not a hindrance. That's what we call a perk. Sometimes I'm gonna be stuck in slow lock mode on purpose. You'll see eventually later on why I do that, because it happens. I might need to slow myself down to dodge a bullet. Stage 1 and Stage 2 are pretty easy. Like I can glance over at my little wall of chat and keep up with that. As we get later on, I'm going to be focusing a lot more on everything that'll be happening here. There we go. So I'm using break mode to get a bunch of stars from the boss. Because in break mode, whenever you hit an enemy, it also gives you stars. So I'm just doing that to kind of bolster my points and whatnot. Just get the ball rolling there. So every time I defeat a boss, it gives a power-up and whatnot. But the main difference between... well, one of the main differences between Novice and Arcade is that in Novice mode, bosses can drop a 1-up power-up, which is very useful. I need all my lives. Trust me. And then in Arcade mode, it doesn't have a 1-up power-up for you to go with. Makes it a little bit more interesting to work with. So we're on Stage 2. There's 5 stages total. You're going to see there's going to be a little bit more bullets than there was in the first stage. Just got to be calm about this. There we go. This is where, like, if you weren't dying in the first stage, this is typically where new people die. This becomes the real first hurdle. There we go. So I'm used to the Type 2 ship. I've been playing with that the longest. It's technically my favorite ship. I really like Type Z, but you have to unlock that through a lot of hard work. Whoa, okay. Almost ran into that bullet just straight north of me. Good thing I was looking. I should say there's also a thing called shot cancellation, where some big enemies, when they get destroyed, their shots will disappear, as well as any other shots that spawn in the area. Stop it. There we go. It's fine. I'm gonna break here just to get the ball rolling. There we go. So the nice thing about this game, and a couple other shoot 'em up games also do the same thing as well, but enemy bullets are considered a top layer when it comes to animation, meaning that no matter what is happening on the screen, I can always see the enemy bullets. Like, my bullets you can actually see are being drawn underneath the enemy bullets as my bullets go underneath their shots. This helps to really see what's going on, where you need to move and whatnot. It's a tiny little detail that makes a huge difference of you being able to complete this game. There we go, just dodge the bullets. Alright, nope. I need you to die. Oh, there we go. Like I said, I'm used to my other ships, my other 2 ships, but I really want to beat the game with the Type 1 and Type 3. Type 3 is going to be my hardest one, though, to go through. Alright. Easy peasy. In between stages, I have a bit of a cooldown, but there is a delay between when you chat and what's happening in my world. You're gonna see me hold on to break, save it just in case something bad happens. These little wormhole shots can be a little bit treacherous sometimes. Oh, get out of the way. Thank you. Remember, Novice mode. keep that in mind. Alright, that's not a truck for me. That's good news. Thought it was gonna stop in front of my house. I wish I could save. This is a all or nothing run. Here we go. Alright, yes, he's gonna do this attack, which is okay. We don't mind seeing that. Okay, yes, there we go. Was hoping that was gonna do that for me. Thanks. It's these dodges we gotta be good with, though. There's a lot that's happening. We got these little shots. Oh no. Oh no, I usually kill him before this phase of the attack. It's fine. It's fine. There we go. So used to being at Ridley, right? Alright. So used to the other ships. I usually don't make it to that phase of his attacks. But I'm glad I saved the standby break just in case. So yeah, I get bonus points for not losing any lives. This is at the point of the game in which I will probably lose a life. I would really like to not have to lose a life on this stage. You'll see how difficult that can be. Stage 3. Definitely saving my breaks till when something bad happens. Alright. There's so many things on this stage that are shooting at me that I can't necessarily always reach. It's pretty troublesome, actually. It's just one of those days. Those big purple ships, I have to fear those. I messed that up on the controller. That was unfortunate. Alright, if I don't lose another life, that'll actually be okay. These big ones, they can be a problem just because they limit my range of movement, horizontally speaking. And then everything else is also shooting at me if he's still alive, so of course, you know, that just makes my life just more difficult to work with. Like I said, I've actually never attempted this type of game in front of an audience and had to, you know, have to explain the game and whatnot. So, it's a challenge. One we relish and catch up. Alright. This part gets difficult sometimes because there's so many things that are doing all the shooties. And I'm not a fan of it. I don't like it. Oh gosh, stop it. Okay. We made it to the mini-boss. That's the first hurdle. He's actually not really difficult. The nice thing about beam weapon types is that when they start to disappear, it means they're safe to navigate back in front of. You have to know that he moves to the right when he fires that second shot. It's really scary if you don't know that. Like, really scary. Alright. Stop it. It is a little bit busy here. Alright, a little cramped. Okay, I'm gonna brake, because this section is scary. I'm gonna try to double brake. I didn't really want to have to do that. Navigating through that wall of blue. Oh no! I was off by a second. That's not good. Alright, no, it's fine. We went through the difficult parts. Yellow bar, the enemy's health at the top. Yes, when it's a boss type enemy, that's his health. Spoiler alert. I look at a very I pretty much am looking at the bottom half of the screen, so I actually don't look. I never look at a boss's health to know how close I am. A lot of the bosses have phases. Like, it's indicated actually on the health bar, like when the phases start. Okay. And then... I hate this part. This is where I usually take a death. Often. We're not even at the difficult part, by the way. The big flower is where it gets difficult, usually. Okay, I gotta break there. That was getting too sketchy. But yeah, I never look at a boss's health when I'm going full throttle. Alright, that was an extra life. Good news. Earned that through all the star points I collected. Right, good thing I'm still on novice mode. I'd hate for this to be difficult. Oh, this gets difficult because I don't even... Okay, I do have a bomb ready. I heard the sound. But I definitely don't want to use it yet. I don't. I really don't. I gotta use it. That's a pretty... Like, it's a little bit of a problem child when it comes to dividing your attention. Yeah, this is a game that requires you to be to kind of be committed to it. Like, if you really want to get good at this game, you have to play it quite a bit. It's not just a game you can easily just casually play. Okay, so we made it to the boss. And of course he's gonna be scary. Like a child who's been bad, I'm gonna sit in the corner here and just kind of wait it out till he stops. Like, this is a very good corner to be in. And you see, I'm still in this corner. It's just very safe to be in. Alright, now we can get a couple more forward shots off. There we go. I really want him dead before he does a complete full set of that. This, it looks really pretty, like, once the bullets start going, but let me tell you, this is not fun. Oh, and don't worry, this is not the difficult part that I hate. This is just this part of the phase. Okay, this is the part I hate. This is not a fun day, because the lasers are rotating around, but I need to rotate with the lasers. Ugh. Accidentally held right. It's not good. Too many lives lost. Not to mention I'm not used to the speed of how this ship works. Still have brake, thankfully. Nope. Alright, I would love for you to go into your next phase, but I can't risk looking at your health. Right? Spaceship-based futuristic version of Cuphead. It's one of the reasons why I have this game, is because I like the sci-fi setting. Would never say no to that. It can be, like... There's others ones out there, some are like anime-based style, there's one that was like, you're riding a sea turtle, you have starfish for friends, and you're taking down giant and enemy enemies. It's confusing. But I prefer this. 25% left. I knew I was getting close just because of how long we were in that fight. But I was like, I can't see if I should just focus on going straight ahead. Alright. So, stage 4. If you'd thought that this stage was difficult, let me tell you, I hate stage 4 with a passion. Thank you for the nice work. This is not. There's gonna be so many things trying to kill me. Just, the worst part is that there's a small section on this level that tends to kill me if I'm not careful at all. But we got these new types, these little spinning saw blades of doom. Those enemies are going to be important to remember. Alright. There's everything here. I'm going to be concentrating. Look, if I stop talking, that's just me trying to do the things here. Yeah. Yep. Alright. I know there's 4 of them, but it's actually not so bad doing that phase. It's these little square purple boxes of death. Those are the ones I hate for this section a lot. Dance Dance Revolution on acid. There ain't nothing on this. It's a crazy description. You have so many things firing the bullets. Not having a fun day. Okay. I gotta get through these big guys here. It's highly important that I try to kill both of those laser turrets it shoots, because there's a good chance that if I leave it alive after it does that purple stream of bullets, it'll kill me. Like, a laser would just come and I'm like, I can't do anything about that. And as you can see, they fire really quickly. There's just no warning for it. Okay. At least it didn't do the last time. One run I had where it gave me 3 of those guys, and I was like, what? Okay, so this is all a matter of just a dance with death. It's more important that I stay alive and keep shooting than it is to worry about if I'm hitting my targets or anything like that. Because as you can see, it's just bullets. Once I get one down, it tends to start this domino effect so that the others will start dying a little bit faster. I should say as well, any shots aren't random. They can be based on your position, but most of the time, the shots are pretty, like, you know what they're going to do with their shots. Okay, I was really afraid that he wasn't going to die soon. So now we get to the mini-boss. Yes, we've done all that work just to be prepared for this mini-boss, and I hate this part. This is the scary part of the boss, because I have to do a lot of tight flying with the bullets. Okay. Gotta go back for another pass. If I can just get him out of this phase, it'll be a lot easier. I can't even see what's happening, like, with text chat. Oh, gosh. Stop it. Please stop. I would love the stopping to happen. Okay. Okay, yes. We're on this phase. I can take this phase a little bit easier. At first, it's terrible because there's all these little tanks. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Okay. Yes. Perfect. Okay. Still can't see what's happening. I know somebody wrote something like 20 years ago. Okay. Epilepsy warning, indeed. Okay. This is the section I hate. Right here. Those little spinning blades, they're out to kill me. Okay. So I typically break there because it's quite scary. I'm not going to double break and hope that's a good call. If I don't double break, it keeps actually like half of the energy that I had left over. This is a really scary part, by the way. In case you thought that this was scary, I'm reassuring you that it is as scary as it looks. And we're not even at the difficult part. This is where it gets tricky. Okay. Okay, now just shoot down all these guys. Alright, I gotta break there so I survive. It's an ambush. Yes, alright. Shame I had to use double break there, but it's okay. Or just normal break, I should say. So this guy is scary. In a lot of ways. He's got these little side turrets, which I can actually destroy, and that makes the middle section a little bit easier to work with. Doesn't stop him from being super scary, though. Especially when he starts doing that. And I don't really want him to do that. I don't really want him to do that. I would like you to stop. Roll over. Okay, good. Okay, so this is random here. He's got these 2 little modules he's going to spawn on top of him. Those are random as to which one they are going to be. And I don't like it. I need different modules. You can destroy them and he'll give essentially reinforcement modules. Also helps cancel the shots. Double those is actually just worse. Beams isn't bad, I just gotta know where... Oh, double beams is actually not bad at all. As long as I know where those are pointing, it's okay. Okay, this third section, it's gonna look really sketchy. Just trust me. The goal is to not break until the last second possible, so I clear all those shots. Ideally, too, if I don't break, that's actually not a terrible plan. I've done it before. I probably could have survived. I was actually not in a terrible position, but that was a good place to break at that point, since I saw all the shots were donezos. Alright. Okay. Okay. I didn't lose any lives. Woo! That doesn't happen that often on that level. Does not happen. Alright, so I have 6 extra lives. I'm gonna need them all for this final stage, stage 5. Trust me. I will... It's not uncommon for me to lose a life before I get to the boss. It's really not. And I will be concentrating even harder. It's gonna look pretty, I'm sure. Like, honestly, if you think I'm gonna die within the first 30 seconds of watching this level, I wouldn't blame you. There's a lot that goes on. It is a very unkind level, because of course it's the last stage. It's also the longest stage. Alright, gonna be really concentrating now here. It's awesome. Lose every life, yes. It's not an easy game. I've lost quite a bit of lives just trying to get to this stage alone. Nope, we're not going that way. Okay. Okay. Get into the good spot. Okay. It's gonna get sketchy pretty quickly though. Nope. No. Nope. Okay, that one's done. I didn't get the other guy. Okay, I got him now. That's fine. Usually I get that guy first, but that worked out well. So these guys shoot missiles which you can actually destroy. So long as you basically keep holding the fire button, the missiles won't be a problem. Okay. Checkpoint 1. Ooh, I got the text. I hardly get the text. I don't even know what actually triggers for this text to appear. It's cute because it uses my Steam name, so it's cute that it uses Duke Novalith for that. All right. Nope. Stop with the bullets. Stop with the bullets! Oh! Thank you. Right, just a cool little thing. I should look around in the forums, though, to see what triggers the text to appear, because I've had it only appear so many times. I don't know if it's like a score-based thing, if it's a scary thing. Alright. Alright. That scary part's done. Oh, I wish I was in the blue ship, because I trust it. Not used to this ship. Even though this one's basically sort of the middle grounds of all the ships, if you will. Oh, thank you for destroying that one. Alright. This guy, a little scary. He's actually not even a boss. He feels like it, though, let me tell you. So the little drones he has is the scary thing. Once you get rid of all those little drones he's got, the bullets stop. Okay, checkpoint 2. I actually beat my high score, which is incredible, considering I've gone pretty far with my last high score. Okay, so this is actually basically, lore-wise, it's an upgraded version of the very first boss we faced. So, it's a cool little thing. It's supposed to be like an upgraded version. There's not actually like really story to the game. It's, you know, you're a one-man army facing against an evil force. That's all. That's all there is to it. So again, he shoots destructible missiles. That's not the problem. It's these little bullets that can get in the way. I'm purposely not locking there for being able to hit missiles as I move towards them. This kind of thing. It's hard to describe. Okay. It's concerning I don't look at the boss's health and whatnot. Like, that gets pretty scary. Okay, I'm actually doing pretty good on star points. Okay. So as if one little boss as a mini boss wasn't bad enough, we get boss number 2, which crawls up behind me. Technically, he's easier to work with. He actually doesn't have as much health as regular boss form does. Right? It's pretty wrong indeed. He is destructible. We don't want to kill him too quickly, though. Because we're... Oh, gosh. I didn't move out in time. That's unfortunate. The worst part is that's not where I'm supposed to lose my life. That is... We just got a little too crowded. I'm also trying to not break. Okay. There's a defeat. I'm near the top of the tunnel, which is good news. Alright. Gotta deal with these guys, but not a problem. The real problem about these guys is that when they die, they explode shots, but you can get the ones off the screen pretty easily and not have them fire shots. This is the section that kills me. The section that is terrible beyond belief. A section where I need to use break at some point, and I try not to. Oh, please die. Oh, please die. Thank you. That's just the tiny things in life that I would like. So these are actually like grounded versions of the boss 3 fights. Stop it. Stop with the shooting the shooters. Okay. I didn't think they were gonna be there. It got awkward very quickly. I actually was trying to break. I legitimately was. But the input came in too soon, so I'm just going to hold on to break. Because this section is... Oh my gosh, I'm doing terrible. This is not working out well for me. I am working under different circumstances, I must admit, but... I'm down to 3 extra lives, and that's not good. 4 would be good, 5 would be better, all 6 would be the best case scenario. Still going strong. Gonna try my best. If I don't lose a life here, then I know I'm okay. Alright, so I gotta destroy these little drones, because they'll try to kill me. But you'll notice the health bar for the boss is not dropping. This is all the warm-up phase. And it's not terrible if I had used break. Oh gosh, I didn't even see that bullet that I got shot down. Oh, that's not good. I hate this game. Okay. That got sketchy, but it's fine. Okay. So this boss has multiple phases as you can see on his health bar. There's those like little walls. They're all terrible. This boss does not play around well. It's hard work if you can get a win off of this. Just concentrate on surviving. Doesn't matter if my bullets aren't hitting as long as I'm not dying. Okay, I probably could have survived. I probably didn't meet that break. But I did it anyway. This section is terrible for the human heart. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, I was just a split second off from double break. Which sucks because I hate that phase right there. I hate this phase. There's nothing about this boss I like, in case you're wondering. In case you were like, oh, I wonder if there's a good part in this fight. No. No, there isn't, technically speaking. Okay. So now he's gonna spawn all these little turret arms, as they were. They shoot beam weapons. I have to keep walking and making sure my beams are hitting targets, preferably on those, because those beams go for quite a while. And if you have all those arms doing their thing, it's terrible news. Okay, so I call this the body slam phase, because that's what happens. it's actually a pretty big hitbox for him crushing you like that. So you're gonna see me try to just basically play it safe. He's got kind of a pattern to it. Just kind of have to basically don't get trapped in a corner and don't get too close. He's gonna eventually blink really red, and that's kind of the cue to play it safe. Like, let these little bullets, let my little side carts do their work. Like that, yes, see? Now he's angry. Stop it. Okay. Okay. There you go. So, I said I needed all my lives, and I still do. If you manage to get to this part of the game and not have used the continue, meaning you've lost all your lives completely, you get extra boss. And he's terrible. That's just all there is to it. Just don't even. This is actually the easy part, right here. And you're gonna see why. Okay, well technically, yes, this is the easy part for me to deal with. Okay. So now he's charging up for these beam attacks, right? Another, because that's how these games like to work. If you work really hard, you can face the extra boss. Alright, this part sucks. So these black holes actually have slight tracking abilities, and it's not clear as to which ones do and which ones don't. You're just kind of looking for a pattern and hoping you don't run into one. It's gross, beyond belief. Oh, please, stop it. Okay, thank goodness. Alright, this part sucks. So I'm just gonna hide up here. It's technically slower, but it's so much easier to work with, rather than trying to dodge those shots. Okay, now he's doing this regular. He's looping back, essentially. Come on, buddy, I know you're really low on health. Thank you. So, if you make it to this point without having used the continue, Extra Boss 2, and it's gross. It is no. It's just so much no. This is what I've been saving my lives, my breaks for, this boss. Now, I've never done this before with this ship. Okay, this sucks. So that's his version of like the little lock-on lasers like I've been doing. And the problem is that I can't really hit him unless I get in front of him like that. Okay. But then he just loops back to this. It's very quick. Okay. Right, it refilled. Back to square one. So during this phase, I'm actually trying to move left and right a lot. Okay. This section's important. Because I died. Don't worry about them, that's him blocking my lasers. I can explain that, just not during this phase. Okay. I still have brakes. I know I'm really close, I can see that. But this is all he does. Just... Come on, I know you're close. I know you're close. Oh! Oh! Oh my gosh. That was... Whew! But that's it. That was crazy. Hard to believe I managed to do that. Hard to believe that actually worked out. Whew! But that's it. That's the game right there. It's like, what, 30, 40 minutes? Something like that? Ugh. I actually had an extra life there. I'm not used to that. Usually that costs me all my lives just to get that done. So the first time that I really attempt this in front of an audience with a ship I'm not very familiar with, and I managed to do it. That's crazy. It's a pretty intense game. It is quite murder on the hands, I can tell you that. It's not easy to work with. Good luck charms indeed. Tried it on advanced mode. Go to Go to arcade mode. But that's good because we get to show off the credits. This is the... So you only get these sequence of like credit events if you manage to beat Extra Boss 2 without having to use a continue. Yeah, thank you very much. That was not easy to do, but this is one of my favorite games, and it's one that I can get behind as far as learning how to get better and all that. Yeah, Yotsuba is the man behind this game. So if I remember correctly, it was originally like a PC edition of the game. Then they made an arcade cabinet version of the game. Then they made the World Edition version of the game, which changed some of the things and added a couple things here and there and whatnot. One of the more interesting things is that when the game was first released, the Americans had a different version than what was the typical arcade and Japanese versions of the game. And then they made a patch for where now it was just the same difficulty all around. Because years ago, it was an easier game. And then they were like, no, let's just make it difficult for everybody to go through. So it's made a couple of editions over the years. I think it's like over the course of 4 years. It's not bad at all. But it's definitely one of my favorite shooter games. Shooting game never die, praying that the lucky clover will always be in your heart. Wise words, sir. Accurate. To the bone. So that's good. So I got ranked first. Yeah. Because there was a problem measuring my frame rate. It's fine. I'm not even going to bother. You could save the replays, and you can actually, like, replay them all the way through, see what you did. But you can see there's my Type 2 all clear. That's my best score I've ever done, is that one there. And that was the first time I actually beat that game, was all the way back in January. And picked it up recently again, was like, I can do this. But yeah, no, it's... There we go, see? It's all the stuff. All the things. You can see I've attempted it several times before with this ship. And then finally got today's, which I'm pretty happy about. I'm trying to figure out which button I'm supposed to push. But yeah, that's that beautiful game. So let me show you arcade mode. I've not done arcade mode in a while. But we'll just do stage 1 because we're getting there on time. But you're gonna notice quite a bit of difficulty change that's gonna be happening here. I don't think I've ever done it with this ship. There we go. As you can see, they're firing much faster. Just go through all this. Because normally those guys are like beam shooters, but now they're the pulse shooters, as it were. As you can see, he fires more bullets and faster. It's already just crazy here. It's the same... Arcade is the same enemy positions, it just changes their bullet density, I guess, as well as you can say. But it forces you to even be more nimble on your feet, as it were, or be more brave. Yeah, those big tanks I gotta worry about. I'm kind of learning what these guys are doing. Like, I know I've done it once before, long ago. But this is me just... You're watching me adapt on the fly. Get into break mode, grab all these stars, because I'm gonna need them. But you can see it's already, like, stage 1 is the easy stage 2, that's the problem, and it's already that difficult. I don't think enemy health changes, I think it, oops, I knew where I needed to be, I just wasn't there. That was that problem. Which is highly unfortunate. But see, already lost a life on stage 1. Not a good sign. Oh, now these turrets fire blue bullets. Alright. They used to fire red bullets, which were a little bit slower and a little bit smaller. But now it's scary. Because now I got everything else also firing bullets. Tiny details. This guy firing more bullets than everyone put together. But you can kind of see where, like, the novice mode is, like, simpler bullets from other guys. And where the arcade mode is just like, nah, bro. Full cray-cray mode. Just gonna immediately break. Oh, okay, so he fires bigger bullets and a longer stream of those. That's kind of the same. Okay, he fires those much more rapidly. Okay, gotcha. I see your game, sir. Right? Oh gosh, I hate this. I hate this. Oh gosh, alright, nope. I didn't even kill him with break mode. That's unfortunate. Oh, that was getting crazy. But yeah, so that's arcade mode. And as you can see, I can't pick up any extra lives anymore from bosses. So I have to go pick up stars, because that's the only way to get that done. Yeah, no, super. It's a cut above the rest. But this is sort of my next goal, as it were, to beat. Actually, I'll just keep going. I got a couple minutes. Might as well show off how crazy this is going to get. Oh, I hit it already. And we're not even at the best part of this game, I'm sure. But you can kind of see, like, this is my next hurdle. Like, once I'm kind of done with novice mode, I want to practice. I can't believe I survived that. I want to practice arcade version, because at least I know where these enemies are. It's now just learning about the bullet patterns and how to survive and not die. Will you just give up? Thank you. It's a little too late. Okay, so this guy's actually relatively the same. It's just he has a couple different patterns based on his novice pattern. It's oh gosh, stop with the laser turrets. Stop with all the... Right. Stop with all the things, please. I might have to break for that part if I... Because I don't think there's a way I can dodge through both of those. It was hard enough on novice mode. Right, as soon as I learn all those things. Make sure your shields are up. It's like, unfortunately, I have no shields. Only when I do break, and those are very, very quick. But yeah. I'm gonna let it continue. If I use a continue, it erases my high score anyway. So I might as well like call it quits and take at least get the high score up for that mode, so I can keep track of where I've been and how much progress I've made. It's technically a first place because no one else. I've never done it before, so that's that. But yep, good show. We actually. Can't believe I actually did that. Can't believe I actually successfully beat Novice with Type 1 ship. Now I gotta do it with Type 3. That's the last ship I have to do. And Type 3 is more interesting because it has a smaller attack width, but it's faster. And I'm like, that may not be my thing, but we'll see. Yeah, no, I thought this would be a good game to show off. Like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna be streaming Friday. I'll see what I can get done, and Friday just might be too busy and whatnot. But I will we'll be back Monday at the very least, so you can look forward to that. And I'll let you know if Friday does become possible to stream and whatnot. Right? It's like who does stuff on the weekends? Like that's just more gaming time. But yeah, no, this is honestly like one of my favorite games out there, and it was pretty different. I figured might as well show it off. But yes, enjoy your afternoon. Thank you for dropping on by. Thanks for being my good luck charm. And I will see you next time whenever that happens. Take care, everyone.